Hey y'all, it's Tabby with Monstars, and welcome to Tabspace. And I'm here with E. Oh, tell us about yourself. You don't need no introduction, honestly, but you do. So, what do you do? You said don't give me too much credit.
Yeah, I'm just a regular client.
I'm just a regular client. No, not a regular client. That's insane. All right.
Man,
Where are you from?
I'm from Cleveland,
Okay.
Ohio.
Okay. What do you do?
An entrepreneur at its best. I do a little bit. I try to tap into a little bit of everything, but I creatively create. I creatively create.
Creatively create. I love it. All right. How long have you been doing what you are doing?
Creatively creating?
Not just creatively creating. I mean, being an entrepreneur.
Oh,
I'm dead.
yeah. Entrepreneur. I've been really invested and learned the business of putting my money other places and letting that money work for me and assets and stuff like that. My mom got explained to that right at COVID 2020. So I've been an entrepreneur at heart and hustling and grinding my whole life. It's just like that's just what I've been on. But I've been a successful entrepreneur since 2020 for sure.
Okay, so you're from Cleveland. What's it like trying to be an entrepreneur in Cleveland, like trying to come up in Cleveland?
Um, so I'm trying to come up in Cleveland.
Yeah, like trying to build something for yourself that's in your own name where you're running your own business. Like, what's that like? Is it difficult? Like, what kind of difficulties do you face dealing with something like that?
Specifically in Cleveland, what you asking? Because I've been
Yeah,
I've built many places,
here
and on
specifically.
Earth I could say you like what issues period on the different places I built, but here specifically, reliable people is one thing, but then again I'm coming across so many reliable people and so many people who hungry and weeding through all everything else. But a lot of people communication. I say not reliable people, but communication.
Is that everywhere or
Um,
is that just here?
it's mostly here. It's a lot of cap. It's like it's a lot of I tell you this, but really it's that, or just not open honesty, or like even like little things, or it'd be like um I'm 10 minutes, even in small things like what is a major thing. I'm 10 minutes away, but really be like an hour away type joint
Okay.
and stuff like that. It'd be a lot of like just like that like
You can't rely on that person.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. But then on the complete opposite side of it, it's so many people who completely is honest to the bone and stand on business, and great people who is reliable that I'm coming across, where it's completely absolutely amazing. But other people, just the communication is the only problem here, and that's what I think. Even on a deeper concept of like the beefs and the little shit that's going on, and a lot of shit I even find myself that I be paying attention to that's around me on what certain problems is. It's just because there ain't no communication there. They feel like a conversation need to be had, or certain things like, nigga, we need to resolve this, or like some type of like dialogue need to be had for us to move forward. And that's where a lot of problems in the city even face here. So I think that is more deeper than even like that. Like the communication is just bad. It's hard to move forward.
You can't communicate, you really can't do much of anything. Um,
I feel like that answer was way deeper than what the question was a little bit.
no, it was exactly what I was looking for. How do you manage your time trying to be an entrepreneur and, do stuff like this, have networking events and do everything you got to do in order to do that and have time for yourself?
I ain't really I think I personally manage my time pretty well, man, but it is a lot. It has to be structured on what I'm actually taking in, analyzing and realizing how many hours in a day you really have and
Mhm.
what you can do with that amount of time. So like even with me meditating, I wake up in the morning and look at my notes, and I got 1,000 things to do. But when I wake up in the morning and meditate and talk to God, I gotta ask myself, what can I get done today? I got to prioritize what's the most important task of today. And put that in my list. I'm like, all right, these are things I need to get done today, and stand on business, stand on that.
And on that, so it's important to have a schedule, right? Like,
Yeah, 100%. I prioritize my task and my days, 100%. Once again, I got 1,000 things that need to get done that I gotta filter through them thousand tasks that tedious things in this system that need to be done, and pick what's the most important that I need to do today. So that's how I wake up and look at that. You know what
Okay,
I'm
I
saying?
feel that. Yeah, I feel like a schedule's real important to me. If I don't have one like written down, then I'm kind of like no good all day. I don't feel like I can get much done. So that's definitely I feel like good, very good advice and good time management.
Mhm.
Hold on. There we
I look
go.
at myself as like a machine for real, for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's how I motivate myself and keep going. And I feel like I'm using this body. I'm a soul. We all souls bigger than what this body is, bigger than what this realm is, and energy beings. And we realize that energy we learn for a fact, and it's been scientifically proven, and I believe it, where energy can't be created or destroyed.
Yeah.
So our soul is an energy where it cannot be created or destroyed. So I think it is ongoing, and we is like, so when I look at my body, the reason why I'm trying to get in the best shape as I can now, and really about to leave and lock in more now, I'm just trying to push this motherfucker on the best, see what it can do. I'm in a human body, human form. I feel great. I want to push my body and see how smart I can get, how motivated I can get, how creative I can get. Well, how great can I be? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's where how I really want to, how I look at my life.
Don't ever stop going. Don't ever stop having a goal to get to. I like that.
Even when I try to work out, no. I need to get back. I need to get in shape. I need to lock in. But I'm definitely about like, man, how strong can I get, little shit like that? You know what I'm saying? How great can I get?
So, what's your goal in the next 1 to 5 years?
In 5 years is build my country up, and specifically as well build my home up, Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, how do you like prioritize having a like? I'm not gonna say having a good time, but like, how do you prioritize yourself? Like, you said you're good with time management, but like, how do you take time and be like, all right, I'm gonna put this time aside, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna go here,
So
I'm gonna have a vacation, or I'm gonna do this.
I'm still real big on taking care of self because I'm big on self love. You gotta be able to love yourself before you can put love out to the world. So I'm definitely even now more on like nigga like loving yourself. I still got my certain things that I'm working on even just taking care of myself to the best way it can be. And that shit go happen with time on when my time free up and my financial status free up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna definitely make sure I play hard. I play hard. I work hard. You work hard. You play hard. When you study. And whatever you, I believe in, whatever you doing in that moment, give your all to that moment,
Yeah.
if possible. So if you plan, if you want vacation, full out vacation. Don't think about home. When you at work and you working, don't think about you don't think about home or play. Like lock in onto your best ability. When you plan, play to your best ability. Have fun. Let loose and just enjoy life. Like I feel like whatever you're doing in that moment, you should do it to the best of your ability. And that comes to playing hard, that comes to working hard, that comes to learning hard, studying hard. Be the best you can do on whatever you're doing at that moment. Get
Okay.
back to being great. That's what I feel like we need to do. Get back to being great.
Yeah, definitely. I think people got lazy recently, and I mean, I know I'm ready to just keep going and not give up because I was in a rut for myself for a minute. I think after COVID, during COVID, all that shit, I was in a rut, and then once I got out of it, I'm like, all right, we can't keep like I can't give up now. I can't stop the momentum. I got to stay consistent with it. So how do you plan to make it happen? Like, how do you plan to globalize and get bigger? And like, what's your game plan? But I mean, I ain't gonna tell you to give me all of your
Yeah, like
sauce.
you want me to speak you want me to speak business like plans on how we like go think to globalize it, or you just saying like,
How do you plan to like in a measured way go about reaching your goals?
oh yeah, get back to the community. And when you're doing something in the community definitely go talk about it. As humans, as people, we love to talk about everything and anything. And you gotta realize, and you gotta understand, even in certain communities, on how the mindset is. It's gonna be hate. It's gonna be certain obstacles. It's gonna be certain problems. Look at that shit as just little hurdles into the race. Like every problem, you just gotta get over it. What you gonna do? Crumble, cry, and then like it's a short life with a long life. You're not gonna cry forever. So what you crying for 2 minutes for?
Right.
Like it's just really just and some people, if crying is how you get it out, and you need a good cry, because everybody need a good cry. We human as well. But like, move with all your problems, see the problem, analyze the problem, go towards the solution.
Yeah.
Every time, like don't, and certain things, and this is grief periods. The bigger the problem, the bigger the grief. Loss of life is big griefs, and certain things that hit certain ways is big griefs, where it may take a little longer. But every single problem has its own time where like you like it may it affects you, but you gotta move forward.
You can, man, I'm a crybaby, but I will tell you, if I'm gonna get a good cry out, I have to do something productive after that. Like, I'm gonna cry and then I'm gonna get it out, because you have to take time to, like, okay, I have to process this. Don't not process your shit. Process it, cry if that's what you gotta do. But then once you're done crying, continue to be a boss bitch, or be that nigga if that's what you are, and don't give up after that.
And that's why I say it's on if that's what you need to do. Because sometimes we all human. You may need to do it sometimes, but most of the time you gotta find positive ways to get certain energy out you. With me,
Yeah.
it is like actually hooping or working out or
I'd rather work out to get it out. I'd rather like get my aggression out that way than get a cry. I mean, I might cry and then go work out. Like shit, it don't. But however you get it out, I mean, it's not negative necessarily. It just depends on how you look at it. And crying is definitely looked at as a negative thing. But I'm a proponent of, like, if that's how you release your energy, do it that way. But don't give up in it. But like, I used to also like hit the punching bag. I go for a run when I get real irritated or mad. So it's like there's so many different ways, positive ways you can let that energy out and still, you know what I mean, keep getting to whatever you're trying to get to that end goal.
Yeah, see, me personally, I feel like personally, I got like part dog in me, and I got a real connection with dogs. Now, for real. So me, sometimes I got to get roars out, or like certain bro, like I really in aggressive ways to let loose. As people around me know, like I definitely be barking like, oh, like, who got that dog in them? And certain people, when you look at certain athletes, when you not like, I'm inspired by LeBron, and even certain people got that. You can tell they got that dog in them, that certain switch of like just I want to be great, or I want to do what even when you on the basketball court, certain mindsets is I'm gonna do what I want to do, or I on a football.
If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it.
I'm about to run over whoever. I'm about to do whatever I want to do. Yeah. Like that's just that dog. I got who about to stop me?
You got that attitude.
Somebody got to physically come and stop this motion in order.
And you're not gonna do that.
And for real, it's gonna take like another train, because on certain aspects.
Once you get to a certain level, you gonna be a dog about it, to a point where it's like, all right, you.
Yeah, that's how I feel though. I look at like this life stuff. I look at marketing stuff. I look at this music stuff. It's like a little competition, and like to be great. Like we in a race. We call it a race for a reason, and I think we different from a lot of things that's else on earth, and even that everybody looking to compete. The lions and is looking to compete. When males are males, everybody territorial. Everything on this planet is on like who can be the best.
Yeah.
And try to be the best. And I don't mean killing. I don't mean
you don't have to. Yeah, you
the
don't have
violent
to
stuff of like dog eat dog all the time. Like
collabing is very important too. You can't always be in competition with the next person. The next person could elevate you to the next level. It's like you gotta have a friendly competition to you, to where it's like I'm not gonna let nobody get the best of me, but I'm still, you know what I mean, gonna share with my people, and we're gonna build each other up. Like, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah, y'all gotta compete to be great. Like y'all gotta push each other to be great. But it comes so much on like now it's like the hate to lose mentality. Where before you lose, you analyze on why you lost, you take the loss and you come back better.
And you get better.
Yeah, now it's like the I hate to lose and people cheating and jealousy and all this other shit. Y'all niggas stop that.
People will kill, honestly, over losing, and it's crazy, because it's like, what did you? It's crazy to be that hateful about it, when it's like, just get better, just do better than that person.
Yeah, stop the jealousy so much. Why is like if you're not in the winning position, it just goes straight to jealousy. Stop.
People get mad.
Yeah, but no, just analyze on why you lost and get better, nigga. Get better. Quit losing and getting jealous and crashing out. Everybody got their emotions on their sleeve and stuff. Like, man,
losses are lessons. Every loss should be a lesson to you to get better, but people don't seem to take that from it. It just be like, oh, now I gotta tear this person down. It's like, don't hate the player, hate the game, bro. You need to get better at the game.
For real, for real. And that's all it is. And anybody who love winning and anybody who love winning fairly know how good that feel when you winning and you winning the right way. And just and people just gotta like fall in love with winning the right way again and just being a better human, being a better person, and being better in like friendly competition. Push your friends to be better on competitive things, not with everything. It is time to just relax and figure out which y'all gonna be competitive on, or like, and not get too deep. Cause some people, you know what I'm saying, like, just like
I've seen people compete and help their opponent up when they accidentally knock them over. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to spit on them and dog them out. Like I don't understand that. I mean, I'm a part of this generation, and I don't quite. I'm not born in the right time for that exact reason. I have a dog in me, but it's not that type of dog. It's not gonna. It's not gonna attack. I'm gonna attack everything that comes near me. It's the like I'm gonna protect you too.
You gotta remember, dogs is trained and dogs is loyal. And with loyalty come with any sport or field that you in. You show love. You show love to your competitor on an aspect where you don't mean no harm to your competitor. You still playing to win. And a lot of people get lost in the mind games and just wanting to win too bad. Once again, they hate to lose and they slip too far in the mind games and doing the most and to cheat to win or doing like, you know what I'm saying. But we probably talking over really too many people's heads. We probably like just talking like too deep.
I don't think it's really going over too many people's heads because the people that subscribe to Tabspace know what the fuck it is. So we speaking to y'all for real, for real. And if it's going over your head, just educate yourself about it a little bit. You know what I mean? You can learn about anything if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to learn to do, you know what I mean? What we talking about? That's cool. You don't have to watch, but everybody else for sure. I'm gonna only ask you one more question.
One more question. I feel like I'm just not warming up.
Oh, you warming up?
Because for real, this whole first, how long it's been?
Hold on, let me see. Almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was like 17 minutes. This is how I know I'd be having to do the podcast. I've been needing to talk like hours because like right now, I feel like I just warmed up for real.
I mean, I ain't gonna stop you. I just had to make sure that I wasn't about to like take you over time or nothing like that.
This is the podcast.
All right, big bet. All right.
Damn.
How would you want?
Man, kick the camera. What kind of camera crew you got?
Crazy. This is your camera crew, bro. This is insane. Yeah, blowing up the spot. Blowing up the spot. Anywho, how would you like for people to expect? Sorry, how would you expect for people to support you?
To just genuinely support. However, support mean to you, I appreciate it, and it's much love.
Okay.
For real.
I hear you. I hear you 100%. I feel like it'd be the littlest things. It'd be the smallest gestures. Like it'd just be like hey, I see you doing your thing. That could be all the support you give me. You know what I mean? And that's enough for me. So I 100% feel like that. Um, Hardest part about being an entrepreneur in general.
Um, my bad. It's kind of a tough question.
That's a very loaded question. So take your time, honestly.
Tough question. I had a Kanye moment on just like. Give me a moment to think about it.
Take your time.
But no, for sure, I made the decision in my head. For sure, it's probably just the lack of being able to plan or like before my last job was in IT, making decent little money, and I knew if I worked in my 40 hours, I had my certain schedule I knew how much my check was gonna be, how much money I was gonna have for the next 10 weeks, as long as I don't miss no days. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can plan, you can plan things, you can plan your money, you kind of can plan your schedule. Mm-hmm. The hardest thing now is like as an entrepreneur, truly, you don't when you wake up tomorrow not knowing where your next dollar coming from. You don't like client. You even as a company, at the end of the day, you really you relying on your clients, your business, your product, whatever that's main keeping you as a business. You relying on that at the end of the day, and especially as a small business where you know it's not 10,000 clients, possibly nigga that shit could all be gone tomorrow. You can have ups and downs. Now, granted, it's just inconsistencies. You can have one week that you only made $50. You can have another week where you made $5,000. So
Yeah.
it's like, but you wake up every day not knowing where your next dollar coming from. You really, so that's probably and with that being a fact, there's no way you can really plan your actual money or certain things week to week. Now, when you get enough money flowing in and it's really maneuvering, you can still be like, all right, this is saved up, or like, or this been consistent enough. For the last 12 weeks, you look at the numbers, you look at the analytics. For the last 20 weeks, the company could be getting at least 10,000 a month for the last 10 weeks. So I can probably bank that we go average that for at least for the next 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So now you can kind of like, yeah, unless something just iffy happened, like it's been too consistent there.
Okay.
But that's probably the biggest thing is just the lack of being able to have security of not knowing when your next what tomorrow even. You know, as an entrepreneur, you got the biggest order. You don't know what tomorrow look like. You can be super busy. You can be a contract can hit, a new client can come in, a big time client. You can have a crazy brand reach out to you as an entrepreneur. You don't know what opportunity lies tomorrow, or today. Shit. And to me, I'm big on now the moment because I used to get so stuck into the future. You know, a lot of people talk about the past a lot. I realize, and they's like, "Oh, this happened back then," or "You remember when this happened," or "Remember this," or "Remember that." And me, I'm so stuck in the future. I'm always planning on what's coming up. And now the only time that really exists is now. The past already happened. That's old news. It's the old newspaper. Like you can't go back to it. The future ain't came yet. You don't really know what the future even is. You can tell, you can project it,
True.
but you don't really know. The only moment that exists is right now. Right now in this room, even me talking to you. That's all that. That's all that matters right now.
That's true.
Like at the end of the day.
So when do you have moments like I have moments where I'm making my videos where I'm like, ooh, this is why I'm doing this. Like, or someone will say something to me and I'll be like, ooh, this is why I'm doing this. What are those moments for you in your business?
Moments now. Even when you're around good people, getting good ideas out, pushing great content that once again tomorrow or with time or anything, who knows the amount of billions of people even throughout history that maybe some footage may never get lost. It could be something that just happened to just live forever.
Yeah.
And I think to a certain extent, every action we take, every word we speak echoes for eternity. Like everything is energy is not created or destroyed, and the voice and the sound is a real thing. It's a real energy.
And now it really ain't gonna be destroyed because now it's all being recorded and all this other stuff. So it's like, how can you destroy it unless that stops being a thing? But we're not even gonna think about that right now. Okay. Okay. I like it. Did you always think that you were gonna be having your own business? Did you think that you were gonna have like what did you see? Where did you see yourself when you were younger versus where you're at now in your life?
Kind of what I'm doing right now. I always had this dream. I always was doing music. I picture myself building a brand. I always branded things, and people always gravitated to me. I always, for whatever reason, was people. A lot of people from all different angles of life, uh, for whatever reason, always gravitated to me. I can kind of relate to a lot of people, and yeah, like so, like I kind of always knew that I was slightly a little me personally, and we also feel this way. We also feel this way and know that we slightly different in our own way. But to me, I always realized like or felt that I was like just slightly different. There's certain things that I'm real good at, like shit. We human. Certain things I ain't good at, like
Right.
yeah. So with certain things, I just realized I'm real good at, and I feel like with time of just trying things and enjoying life and just things, it's certain things we all good at. And deep down, we can get good at anything. It's really about what you put them hours into. That's a crazy thing about us is we can evolve and get good at anything. So even if you ain't good at it, if you wanted to be, you could. You just gotta put the hours into it.
That's true.
As a human, there's really not too many things we can't do, and you gotta realize that. And look what we built, and look what we doing, and the technology and the shit. We clearly different. We clearly different, and that mean you different too. You great person that's looking at this. You, Tabby, you amazing.
Oh, thank you, thank
For
you.
real.
That's very true. Anybody that's watching this, you got greatness in you, even if you feel like. Because I mean, I had days where I've not felt like shit. I've not felt like nothing, and then I've had days where I felt like, hey, I'm popping my shit today. So if you having an off day, or you feeling like, oh, I'm not, I don't have anything to show for where I'm at. I've met a lot of people, my age or older than me. Like, I'm not where I want to be or where I saw myself. And take your time. There's people put this time limit on stuff. I see people telling people, you need to be married. Y'all need to be doing this. Y'all need to be engaged by now. Y'all. And I'm just like, why are you putting your time restraints on a whole other human being that don't got nothing to do with you? This is not their time. Your time might be then, or your time might be now, but allow people to have their time when it comes, and allow your time to come, because it's gonna come. It's always gonna come.
And everything. I definitely be. A lot of people is definitely stuck in their mindsets and different things with that. And a lot of them also have experience too, where we gotta realize that they have that we don't even really know yet or explore. Where they just saying to a certain extent, we do got a window. We gotta realize, even like with dudes, we got a window what our prime is, and now with dudes to a certain extent, that them 20s all the way to the late 40s, even low 50s sometimes, still be able to be marketable. And with truth be told, and not to say it the wrong way, the females will say it the wrong way, but the window is actually shorter on what for a female in her prime anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as far as like what a man wants out of a woman, yeah.
If they was to go on that route, you know what I'm saying? If they was to go on that route of just the dating pool, I don't even mean like gender. This ain't got nothing to do with gender or like boys or girls, but the dating pool, period. The dating pool on what is considered a prime, the window is like only so big for both genders, and each race, each gender, each person got its own like what the numbers really look like on you being marketable. Because you got to find somebody. I say they only be pushing it because they know how important love is, and they be like, man, you got to find somebody you trust and love eventually.
Yeah, you do, most definitely. And I agree with that. And I feel like there are people where it's like, yeah. But like, yeah, do things in your own time, and whatever your agreed upon thing is. Like, it's people that'll say that they're married and they ain't even married yet. It's people that, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, marriage is a business transaction. Regardless of the fact that it's about love, it's also a business transaction. So just make sure that you're choosing the right business partner for the rest of your life.
You mean like the concern is just actually getting married?
Getting married, getting engaged, having kids, all of it.
Because and especially the marriage thing, that's definitely a big business. And even with me, as many of my people know and fans know, I'm open to any situation and thing God put me into, and a lot of things pointing me to like poly relationships and poly situations. And in America, especially with me being Christian, even though I said I was a but no, I was thinking about something else. But with me being Christian, you can't marry two women. So like even if I went that route, I would have most likely them two would be married, and then I would be a business. I had to by America be a business entity to their marriage. But did find ways for us to become one. And but
who knows? By some point, it might be a thing where, you know what I mean. It is legal, but it's not in a Christian. But you're talking about from a Christian standpoint. I don't think you'll be able to change that part of it. But as far as like it being accepted and like allowed, there's places that are allowing it, and I'm sure that there's more places that would. I talk about more spirituality than religion because I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God, but I feel as though there's certain things where it's like, I'm not gonna say like it's a give and take type of thing, but there's certain things where it's like, I don't know how this is a sin, but I see that in the Bible it is.
So peep this. This why because I'm definitely like that. I'm way more spiritual. I believe in God, but on the religion side, I believe I'm Christian because that's the belief of one God. I do believe in one God.
Yeah.
I do believe of a creator, but I believe with him creating us is God within everything.
Yeah.
We guys, y'all women, y'all beautiful women is
Goddesses.
pushing y'all pushing life out to the world. Do y'all understand that?
Yeah.
God is a creator. He
Yeah.
created a new being.
Yeah.
Y'all literally pushing a new being out.
I know. It's
Now,
amazing.
and like granted, we doing that together. We all like we way more in one than we realize. Even with the trees and the roots being underground, do y'all realize that most trees, most roots is connected? Most trees is connected underground. They all holding hands. We all connected. Until the ones that separate, now we getting more with the more concrete, the more shit like that. Now we getting more distant. Now we getting more disconnected.
And we're losing air.
Yeah, but the whole earth is supposed to be connected. Like we are connected beings, man and woman.
But we divide everything. We want to have territories. We want to have states. We want to have cities. We want to have counties. We want to we just want to boom. I want to be here, and I want to do what I want to do over here, and you do what you want to do over here. It's kind of like weird.
Yeah, the mindset slightly fucked up on both sides, on the male mindset and the female.
Oh yeah,
and the female mindset.
Definitely.
And it comes to a certain aspect of man not listening to what the female needs all the time, and vice versa. Even like she's saying she wants security on certain things. Sometimes females want a nigga who at least some type of handy where like something break down in the house that y'all building that you able to fix it a little bit like a solid man. And then on the female side, like it's needs that they crying out loud before they most niggas even doing anything or really giving any pushback. They saying it and it's just and it could be like pushback.
I just be honest, like I think that there's the problem with females. It's either a transactional thing. It's like oh, I want money. You got to give me money. It's got to be monetary. You got to support me financially rather than I want support from you as a partner.
And then real quick, that type of female already, if it's the transaction like that, the support go come. Yeah, you got to analyze what each situation is. Y'all becoming one. Y'all want to be together. You choosing the person that you go grow old with, the person you go do this life shit together with. Y'all becoming one. If it's becoming transactional, how can y'all help each other move forward? Put her.
All you thinking about is finances pushing you forward, and that's not going to push you forward the way that a real relationship with somebody that actually cares about you will. And then there's like you said, there's needs that aren't being met. Like we're not being taught to cook. We're not being taught to do certain things that you know what I mean. Women do, our traditional womanly duties.
You gotta figure out what nigga, what your nigga is, learn your nigga, and because y'all still gotta mesh to become one. Compromise is the biggest thing where y'all two different things and y'all coming together and y'all gotta figure out what he like, what she like. Y'all gotta learn each other and be open to that and willing to that on certain things. Maybe you got a nigga who do want he does like to come home to a cooked meal. Maybe you got a nigga who don't even care. Shit, as long as you we
gonna order some takeout
or he cooking. Maybe he the cooking type of nigga, or maybe like you know what I'm saying. Like it could be different situations.
You gotta play on each other's strengths and weaknesses and help each other out where you're not. What you're not good at, they might be good at. But like I don't know. I do feel like I agree that there's not from a womanly standpoint, it seems as though a man may not be offering that support that you know what I mean a woman needs, like that they were before. You know what I mean? Like they used to make you feel secure and like you know what I mean. But now it's
I think now niggas try too hard. They try like in my opinion, the biggest thing that I was about to say even before I get to that is to be yourself. In order to be open and have communication and know what each other is good at, go into the relationship truly being yourself. Yeah. And niggas definitely have that problem with that. And that's what I'm about to say, even with niggas try too hard to be aggressive or be too much of an alpha male and like doing and then end up doing too much or just not secure with themselves on even what they role should be or is to a certain extent. Yeah. And not don't know how to be themselves to a certain extent. Just know what they picture or what they should be or trying to figure this shit out. And that's where I would say with the niggas, they need to figure that out, their emotional stance on what they doing.
And can I just say,
females need to focus on what they can really offer and build their nigga. Give him like y'all. We in the era where y'all tear down a lot, even do certain things that he don't like, or just like it is a habit of certain females not properly building their nigga up. And niggas need the
No.
security. They need and the security is the confidence of that they know they the man. They need that confidence on certain things. Me
Yeah.
certain stuff, I find confidence in myself and know how to self-esteem with earth and just like know what I'm doing and what I'm here for. But not every nigga like that.
Yeah.
A lot of creatures, a lot of humans, a lot of females, a lot of everybody lack confidence at moments in times.
Yeah. You
Like
got to be willing to build a person up, especially like I do see a lot of like females be tearing men down, and like I will say there's a certain extent like y'all kind of overuse the word narcissist and kind of think that every man is one when you see one like oh he must be doing this, he must be doing that. They're not all like that, and when you are around one that's kind of a little more, I'm not gonna say insecure, but like needs a little bit more reassurance, like we as females need reassurance. You can't always be aggressive with that type of man and then assume the worst. But on the flip side, it's like there are females that build a man up and then he turns around and shits on her, so she feels like I have to be this way with every man. But you have to treat each situation like it's a new beginning, which can be hard to do when you get traumatized by certain situations. And I think there's a lot of trauma in the dating pool, which is what's making the dating pool so filled with piss. People are not dealing with their traumas and getting it out. So then they just take it out on who their next person is, and being toxic is glorified. You got Blueface and Krishan and all these other people, and people starting TikTok accounts just for being toxic and beating on each other basically because that's popular right now. And it's like, no, that's not, it's not normal. Toxic is not normal or cute.
yeah, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with everything you said.
Like
Yeah.
crazy.
We need to properly actually heal and learn from what you needed to learn from the previous relationship, but not let that shit really drag you down or harm you or just. And that's where it take open communication. Because with open communication and forcing that and really feeling that out of your person, um, you got to bring that forward and make sure you're getting it back. And if you're not getting it back, you gotta communicate even further and be like, let them know that you're not getting it back. Force the open communication. If you got a person who ain't able to give it, or you don't fully trust or anything like that, that's probably not the person for you. And you gotta make a tough decision on not the way like on what's going on. You gotta really express honestly and openly on how you feel.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of been successful on even maintaining good friendships, good situations, good everything. Like truth be told, even exes and everything. I ain't got that too many. I ain't got too many enemies for real. For real. Now, granted, with that, you got some niggas who bitch I didn't they girl I didn't hit or like just be honest, like girl I didn't hit or
They hating on you, but you're not hating on
happened.
them.
Yeah, there's something like that happened that I'm sure I'm not their biggest fan. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that deep down people is emotional overall, which they shouldn't be. Like, y'all let y'all emotions get ahead of y'all in certain things, but people is emotional where certain things trigger on where they feel definitely some type of ways on different things and
Niggas hold grudges, bro.
hold grudges
Forever.
off words too, not even on actions. Before in the past or in different things, humans always been based off words, and words hold a lot. But it was more action. Before we could communicate and hold words, it was action. Unless you actually came and stole my food, unless you came and did something disrespectful, unless certain things happened, like physical, it ain't no real beef. Now nothing fit like no real actions could have happened. There's no real beef. Y'all actually maybe did a couple funny faces or like even with females did a couple funny situations, but nothing really happened. But y'all deep down got beef with each other and end up beefing.
It's envy and jealousy.
Yeah, and that shit be crazy. And humans was at least for a long time smart enough to not deal with that so strongly as we is now. But with this social media shit and with how we build shit up and like how it is.
Oh, everything's a big deal. Everything's a big deal and blown out of proportion, and then somebody's got to put their 2 cents in on it.
Man, Facebook, they be like, oh, this person, I text this person, but I seen them on Facebook. Like that's all new technology shit that they ain't had to deal with, because that's not nothing physical to happen. They don't feel like responding or anything. Before it was the mail.
You was on Instagram, bro, but you didn't respond to me, bitch. I didn't want to.
Do y'all know 30 years ago, like just 30 years ago, they was sending shit through the mail. So when they got the mail days later, when you got the time to write back, then you send that bitch days later. You not getting a response for days.
Right, y'all over here worried because somebody was active on Instagram 3 hours ago and you texted them.
20 minutes ago, or just posted it. Now you got a whole attitude because this motherfucker can't respond back instantly. You gotta realize that once again,
Your time is your
you
time.
wrote that letter out that took you probably a minute on the typewriter, but before then the pen type shit. But like you wrote that shit out, you send that shit out, take days, and not even talking about back in the past, but just 20 years ago. You getting days back before you respond back to somebody. And now we crying because somebody on Instagram and when I just text they ass and like all this extra shit. Like they just don't feel like talking. Don't put that down on them. Don't do anything. Now we also got a whole connection study. We do got to get back to people properly. We do got to stand on business. You got to stand on business. You got to motherfucking communicate properly. If you need your moment or you're not responding, whatever people be going through, to me, I'm communicating pretty efficiently for the most part. As soon as I can look on my phone offset or whatever I got going on, but some people need more time. I get every person different, and that's one thing. But I don't know, like yeah, like
That's
the
fact.
communication is just the world. We the most connected now, but we expect everybody to everything and everybody to be so instant.
We have the most disconnected, connected generation I've ever seen. I've been saying that shit for the longest time. It don't make no sense to me. We got these phones, but we can't communicate for shit. We could go to a whole dinner and not say a word to the person across the table because we were too busy in our phone, watching the game, doing whatever else.
This is my theory. The phones and the internet, all this shit got too much of the past and got too much of just anything where we feel so connected. Where before, when you saw this person or you was able to communicate, you was getting out what you really needed to get out. When you wrote that letter, you know, like shit, these letters taking a long day. You writing a whole letter. You really getting your thoughts out. This is a whole 3 paragraphs people sending.
This is days worth of tea in this letter.
Using that moment. They was more in a moment where I'm only gonna communicate with this person, but only so much. Or I'm gonna use this moment to really tell them how I feel, how much I love them, how much I miss them, or what's really going on, or shit like that. Now we feel like we got so much instant access that we don't use that moment enough.
Then we get bored, bro. We get so bored after a few days. It's like, okay, I already know what this bitch is doing. She went to work and she went home and I'm a part of every piece of her life. So now I'm cool. I don't want to talk to her no more. I'm good.
Some people every day is cool, but to me, unless you building with that person, if you building with that person in that moment, that person is an everyday person. And we can be building with multiple people. We can be building with it's people that's every month that you see them, you connect with them every week. It's people that you connect with every day. Your life partner, the person if you in a relationship you with, or your job, your company, you helping them build. That company has a vision. Every company has its own vision it's moving towards. Your side hustles or you building like you know what I'm saying? Like everything is moving forward, but and got its own time span. But I don't even know where I was getting to with saying that.
I don't even know what the question was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. Can't ask you that one. You got any what do you want to promote? I know you got a lot of stuff. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but what you want to promote?
I don't got that much going on. For real. I want to promote positivity though.
Promote positivity?
Yeah. I want to promote positivity, man. Next person you see or tomorrow when you wake up, spread some love, show some love, try to make the world better. If everybody slowly start trying to do that, how much change can be. Resources is getting thin, food high, shit low, but it's still enough resources. It's still enough shit that's getting wasted. It's still enough shit going on that if we spread love, property, and build each other up, not a one way thing, but I pour into you, you pour into me. This country could still be great. We could still build some great relationships. We could still build some great people up and make the world overall a better place. But right now, we still got access to so much and thriving. We don't know what the world gonna look like moving into the future. I think it's gonna be great. I think that we gonna come together and build the most amazing things. But that's my projection and what I think my outcome is. I can't tell the future. I've been pretty good at like having a vision and getting it out. Usually when I see certain things, they end up happening. So I do truly believe that shit gonna be great. and we about to be on like it's gonna be an amazing world. And already with this 3D sphere and all this crazy technology, the VR, these cameras, the automation of AI, the shit the world is really evolving to in our faces, in our eye. We in the moment of getting through it. We gotta realize certain shit. How we just talking about that we reached out to this person in days, that it should take days to communicate or something like that. All this technology shit been happening in years. If y'all understand how small years is and how much we don't know what the future gonna look like. And we evolved from big computers as big as the room I'm in to a computer the size of a chip that's controlling a whole phone within 20 years. Who knows what 50, 60, 70 years or even 10 years, and 20 years was from a big room to a chip. The last couple years with this AI and with this quantum computers and different shit. Who knows what this shit about? It
We
might
gonna
not
have
be no chip.
holograms soon.
It might not even be no chip no more. It might just be a electrical automated energy that we all sync to through wavelengths that's controlled, that got us all connected.
Like on some brain type, like on my
Wi-Fi might re-evolve and rechange itself, and Wi-Fi is now connected with all of us.
in our bodies.
It's already running through our bodies. Wavelengths go through rooms. The wave is going through us. Radiation, all that shit, even though we can't see it. The Wi-Fi in your house, the wavelengths is going through us. So we already got to adapt to it. We already in tune with it.
Not Wi-Fi.
5G.
My body's a hotspot now.
Bro, we got electricity in us. If we don't think that our body ain't recouping or keeping some of that energy or like certain things, like I already know. That's why I think we're becoming so smart. That's why I think we slowly evolving into like human computers, and then with them putting the real chips into humans and Neuralinks and shit. Now even more we turn to computers because we realize we part computer.
I don't want to be a computer.
And that's why I think that the computer shit, the AI shit, the it being its own person was involved into. I think our job might have been to create this mega computer, create a computer. I think us as humans was to the gap between nature to technology.
I don't endorse this message, y'all, but I'm hearing it.
I'm saying I'm just speaking what I think that is happening right now.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I hear you. I feel like we should like. I don't know. I feel like our purpose was like to like build each other up and to like live in this like beautiful fairyland. Yeah. But I'm just a very like floaty type of person that thinks that way, and I'm not. I agree. You know what I mean?
I think we definitely are probiotic to this cell, Earth. To which could be a small cell into a big body. Like we just all live in a crate. But I think we got helping hands, and we can definitely heal. Too many of us in the wrong direction can do harm. Just like any cell in your body is just trying to survive. It can do harm to your body. It can do good to your body. We can do harm to this planet. We can do good to this planet.
That's true.
Like it's just the direction of what that living thing is doing to that body. You know what I'm saying? Because like. Once again, I believe in God thoroughly, but it's certain things that like I don't think that it's just one planet or I think we expect to a bigger things. Everything is bigger than what we think. Even our cell that's in our body may think it's the biggest planet. That's just another small cell in our body alone, bigger than what even we now know, because we never know how big the shit really is. And the cell in our body may not know how big the shit really is. Because it's a cell and I'm a whole body controlling this whole motherfucking operation. But this operation could be bigger than a whole nother operation that's on this planet that got its own job that's in a whole nother operation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but once again, I may be talking over people's heads and they may not be understanding that shit.
I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying, but that one might go over a few people's heads now. that one might be out of my caliber a little bit.
I lost you.
I got lost. I got lost in the sauce for sure, but it's okay.
Hey,
it's okay.
That's like you lost in the sauce.
That's lost in the sauce. Anything else you want to close with? You gave me some positivity. Anything else? You know, you wanna pop your shit anymore?
I love the honesty too. Me popping my shit, hell no. They told me it's
Nothing else?
9:20. I'm wrapping up on the time.
Oh, okay, okay.
How long we is now?
Oh, it's 9:24.
How long we recording?
Oh, like
that first one was
50.
50, then 29, in 2 minutes. We like an hour in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got Stinker Tink in the motherfucking
background. No, don't do her. No, y'all. We're not calling her that.
I might make a Reese on the cameras. I'm gonna show love to the whole team. We got Rain on the way, motherfucking head coordinator of the motherfucking lamp team. We about to get some bigger events going. Go stupid, nigga. We got motherfucking Brizzle, Sabrine Kashar. I said Sabrine, but Sabrine Kashar. I apologize. The motherfucking singer. About to turn up. King Space. Always motherfucking Rain, the motherfucking train operator. Got so much talent. I really want to come to a close and just if I can have a moment to say what I got going on is we have to push these events, push these filming, push these ideas, push this creativity, put a lot of talented people on camera who ready to be on camera, who ready for their moment, who ready to turn up, who ready to eat, who ready to be motherfucking monsters, and go up and build this country up, build the city up. Cleveland, you already know what's going on. Rubbing the mic. I be forgetting the mic on. Man, Stinker Tink. Right. I'm gonna stop saying, but Stinker Tink. I ain't gonna know who Stinker Tink is. I'm not even gonna say her actual artist name right now, just so it ain't even affiliated with Stinker Tink. Right. But Stinker Tink, day one of motherfucking getting the Cleveland shit motion going, putting fucking heavy work in. Tab, our motherfucking first motherfucking job. You gonna be in NBC, you gonna be on Good Morning America on certain days. First motherfucking shit with these interviews, operating like head honcho, like she been doing this shit for years. Y'all wouldn't even fucking know. This behind the scenes shit gonna be legendary. You already know.
I already know.
Yeah, cause it's the beginning of it. Like man, this where shit starting. I'm sipping. Fuck what y'all talking about? That Quavo, lit, feeling great. Reese was good, nigga. All right. Oh, he been asking me 3-4 times. Come here, nigga.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming to Tabspace. I'm here with Monstars, and I'll see y'all in my next video.